And we are back with our boy BDS Nico, LCQ finalist. Danish, right?
Yeah, Danish.
Sorry, it gets real confusing for me up in those areas. I get them all. You guys are also just beautiful. Brought back Danish Rocket League Summer Sang. From who is the guy? It's Fruity is also Danish, correct?
Fruity is Danish, yeah.
Fruity.
So he's saved. Fruity hasn't been relevant in the pro scene since
Season
wow.
9.
So it's good to have him. But anyway, we have been singing the praises of Nico for the whole year here on ShiftCast. I went on Bel Air's podcast before he was part of ShiftCast. What did I say? I said you guys are gonna watch out for Nico, man. Nico's up next. Will was a huge proponent of the up next list that he was making. He was always talking about Nico, so this is kind of a dream come true for me.
You're my dog,
doing,
man.
buddy?
You're a dog. Straight up.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate that.
All right. So
how's life been treating you since LCQ? I mean, what a run you guys had, and now you're into the off season.
Honestly, it's been good. I was in Switzerland at the BDS bootcamp for I think it was like 15 days, and it's nice. And it was probably the best 2 weeks of my career because we were winning, having fun, all that stuff. But being back home, kind of chilling, getting back to getting some homemade meals from my mom and stuff like that is nice, you know. But yeah, it's been good. It's been very good.
Nice.
Unreal.
Yeah. How was the BDS experience? I mean, that's a sick. It was very cool that they took a chance on you guys because usually, like, especially in the context of the scene right now, like, if you're not like top 3 in your region, you're kind of screwed and you don't get an org. So it's kind of cool to see them like take a chance on some younger guys that had a lot of potential. Like, obviously with Ascend, you guys played really well, upset mates a lot, so that was cool. So like, how's it been being like, I don't know, how are the facilities? How is that whole experience for you?
No, yeah, it's been very nice. I haven't really tried any other orgs before, so I can't really compare it to anything.
Right.
But we've been treated like very nice. I mean, they always support us even after the bad results in split 2. Yeah, I mean, I think BDS is probably one of the best orgs we could have gotten as like upcoming players. They're very supportive. Always like every time we got a bad result, we were like sorry this and that, but they kept on like inviting us out to the boot camp, saying it's gonna be all right, and I think that paid off in the end because we did play very well at the LCQ. Obviously, we didn't go all the way, which is a bit sad, but it is what it is. But yeah, BDS is a goated org. I'm not gonna lie, I really love being with them.
How much of are you like me? Like, do you also think that BDS and like don't be a paid show? Like, be honest. Do you also think BDS has like the best visual ID of all the orgs? Like, I swear all the jerseys are clean. It's got the cleanest logo, the cleanest color scheme. I was fired up when I saw some players that I saw going back. So I was like, I just love the vibes BDS brings. Do you agree with me there?
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, I said this from the start when I got signed. The jerseys are probably the nicest in my opinion. The decal too in Rocket League as well. Just like how can I like the way they look and everything. It's the best in Rocket League in my opinion for
The
sure.
decal was tough. I bought that one like off rip, and
I have
the decal was
everyone.
very tough.
I mean, I didn't get the one this year because low-key I don't play the game anymore. But when I was putting my money into decals, the first one off the board was usually BDS, and I always would be. I've argued with people this all the time because they're like, "Oh, the SSG decal, whatever." I'm like, I don't know who they're paying to do all this stuff, the visual stuff for BDS, but man, give them a raise, dude, because it's always incredible.
It's
So
tough. I'm very much
Yeah.
a design nerd, so I always look at like people's visual brands and stuff, and I think BDS definitely like no glaze. I think they're the best. I think G2 is also up there with for me.
I remember the first time we were in boot camp, they showed us the like announcement video with the decal and goal explosion, all that stuff, and we were all just like so hyped, ready to see when it got posted. It was like the best video ever. I
Yeah.
literally got goosebumps.
who's so sick?
Oh, yeah. And they're coming up with a new wave too. I don't know if you heard about that. So I know GK is not getting
Yeah.
one, so I can't even rep my team anymore, but it's okay.
Hey, chill.
Paid chill, it's true. I'm a GK homer now, man. Gotta be.
Nico, talk to me about extra. So you guys joined BDS. Obviously, you start getting coached by Extra. This guy's a legend in the game, world champion, major champion. I mean, as far as greatest duos of all time, him and Monkey Moon are probably in the top 3. What was it like adjusting to having a voice where, no disrespect to like Rocket League coaches, but 98% of Rocket League coaches are like not of that pedigree. You're not looking back and going, damn, like this guy really has accomplished everything I want to accomplish. How is it adjusting to Extra, and what has he brought to your game specifically, and how did he help with the BDS run in the LCQ?
I mean, like Extra, he's obviously, as you said, one of the best players to ever do it. And I remember first time that I got to know that he was gonna be our coach, I was kind of like, Extra, wait, he's still playing though, and he was at the moment he was trying with other teams because he was gonna keep playing if he didn't coach us. And I've always looked up to him, and I remember when we got on the team, and I mean, I know obviously the first few qualifiers we didn't do amazing, but I remember he kept on going hard and coaching, and his mentor as well is very good. He always talked to me alone when I was feeling down after a bad result, and yeah, he's actually really good, and it's his first time coaching as well, so we gotta give him props for that too. And I think he's only gonna get better from here, to be honest.
Yeah,
100%.
I was gonna ask about the same thing, kind of, because you had kind of a restructuring process from Ascend to BDS. Obviously, you had Matt, and then you replaced him with Mitzer, and then you had Blau, and you replaced him with Extra. So I was gonna ask, like, how do you view Blau as a coach? Because obviously he had that crazy run in Raleigh with Twisted Minds. Do you think he played a big part in that? Do you think he's like that good of a coach to where he like willed that reverse sweep, or do you think that was more on the players?
No, I mean, it's for sure the coach too. I mean, Blau, he did amazing with us on Ascent.
Mm,
Me and Gio really loved him as well. I think Blau can be on the top as a coach, if I'm honest. He helped me so much with individual sessions. He helped me with mental too. Like he's a very good coach, and I think he's gonna have a big part of Twisted in Worlds as well. I
yeah.
really do.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. After that first split, having a tough out, Twisted Minds, it did feel like they were in a bit of a rut, and it felt like getting that new voice in the room has really helped them. Even though they didn't have a great Esports World Cup, they just got bracketed, to be so honest with you. Um, Speaking of that, though, I want to talk about your boy Juke. So you've been teaming with Juke now for over a year. And I really like the way that you guys play off each other. I feel like Juke, this guy's an absolute. I'm always impressed by his goal line defense. Man, this guy's composure on the goal line is ridiculous, constantly. And then you, on the other hand, I feel like you're your typical ball dominant. Give me the ball, get the hell out of the way, like offensive player. So I feel like you guys play off each other really well because of the contrasting play styles. Tell me about like getting to start a duo, or I guess originally it was a trio, but your duo with Duke over the last year. How have you guys feel like you kind of evolved around each other's games? What's that been like, and what's your relationship with him even outside of the game?
Well, yeah, me and Gio, we have become really good friends over the past year. At the start, I wasn't really sure. I was kind of trying him here and there, but I had some other tries that I was liking a bit more. But after every scrim we had, I just started liking it more and more. And Blau was saying he could be really good too, because I was actually with Blau while I was playing for Daystar before Ascent. And Duke is like, in my opinion, the defensive goat. If I'm honest, I mean, he saves everything. He's really good at passing. He's like a very smart player, maybe not the most mechanic player. That's also why some people maybe don't like him as much. Um, but me and Duke over the past year have became really good friends, like out the game, and the synergy we have built is amazing too. I mean, every time we play, we just link off each other perfectly. Like, yeah, like we're a famous duo or something like that. But we're actually gonna be playing the Champions Road 2v2 in a few days. We'll see how that one goes. But we've been cooking in twos too. I remember in the boot camp we got him like top 3 in twos or
Oh
something
wow.
like that. Yeah, and that's like not normal for a player who isn't flashy and stuff, right?
Mhm.
So yeah,
But it
but
makes
Yuki's
sense to me.
amazing.
It's a little
Yeah.
like, obviously he's not as mechanical, but it reminds me a little bit like a Daniel Beast Mode, where like Beast Mode's very aggressive. He's always pushing up the field. Daniel's more of like stay back, build out from the back. I feel like you guys have a similar vibe. which is a pretty good vibe to have because for like a year
Yeah.
they like didn't lose a 2v2, I swear. So yeah, thank you.
He also gives me some Torment vibes too. I think like obviously that's a high bar to set for him, but like I
Yeah,
feel like
Daniel and Torment.
yeah, Torment does. I don't know. He was never very mechy, but man, like if he was last man back, you're like, okay, this is getting saved. Like there's no way they're scoring this. Like, it's just not going in. So this is a bit of a more unserious question, but what do you think of the Ascend brand being turned into an organization? Because I was gonna follow that up last time, but I just think that was so funny.
I'm not gonna lie. I was just scrolling on Twitter one day and I saw it and I was like, "What?" And I actually messaged my old manager, and like I'm not sure. I didn't really dig too much into it because I was kind of like, okay. I mean, I don't really care too much.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's like, I mean, yeah, I don't mind too much. But I remember my manager said something about the guy who made the logo for us asked if he could take over Ascent because we left. And apparently my manager said yes to that, and I mean I don't mind, but they can do their thing. But I was looking at their Twitter, and they were saying some interesting tweets here and there, in my opinion. They were in the bio. They said um, top 8 all CS team,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what?
Y'all
I
didn't do
mean,
that.
this is
Yeah.
a different team. Like we're not I don't know any of you guys, but I mean, do your thing. I mean, I don't mind too much, but yeah, it's funny.
It's a clean logo though. Like I
I
would
like it.
also be kind of mad if I was like I would like to use it, but that is insane. Claiming a logo, like not even a full organization, just like logo claiming top 8 is insane, dude. It's like if I just like took the G2 logo and I was like 2-time major winner.
Yeah,
Like
true.
This is a
yeah,
reference.
so
Oh, sorry.
sorry, I was gonna say question for you. All right. So me and Will actually predicted that you were gonna have a breakout year this year because we know ball. But we definitely don't know as much ball as you because you play rank twos all day, and that's like how you find out who's good. So can I get a couple European or anywhere else, Mina and A, some names that you've been noticing? You're like they could be the 2026, the young guy who comes in and makes a little noise in Europe or whatever region.
I mean, there's this Portuguese guy's name is Vadi. He's been like he's scoring some crazy goals. I'm not gonna lie. He's like triple flipper sitting on my head and musty, double tap, pancake, doomsday dish, everything. So Vadi is a really great player. I think he could do some damage if I'm honest. Besides that, I'm not really sure. I haven't played him much, but sometimes I meet Mick. He plays EU sometimes. He's been kind of goated too, and he's like 14, right, or something like that.
I was about to ask about that because he's doing
So
a little European tour right now. Like he's in France or something. So he's queuing
yeah, I
EU. So I
saw.
was wondering if you were queuing into it at all. But he had a good
I have.
LCQ run too.
Yeah, he did. I haven't met him many times, but the times that I did, he's been playing pretty well.
Nice.
Um, I mean, I know this guy is next up. He's already like up there, but if you meet Nas in twos right now, you're not gonna win. I promise you. Like he's scoring everything, saving everything. There's like nothing you can
GG.
do. I promise.
Speak, dude,
GG.
bro,
So
bro. This is the number one NAS podcast in the world. We're always talking about how NAS is the goat of this podcast. He's about to make waves. But yeah, I mean, that's awesome. Vadi, is that his name? The Portuguese?
yep.
Is it
All right, I'm gonna start
VADI?
claiming. I'm gonna start pretending that I found him. Respect, brother. Well, you got any more questions?
Yeah. So let's ask about this. So I'm a self-proclaimed ball knower. On the LCQ, I had a few tweets, and I just kind of saw the future. No big deal. But I was thinking about like the bracket on the first day of playoffs, and I was like, I think if you just get that one upset out of the way, I think you're gonna have a really good run. I think you just need to beat one person, and you can just secure a spot in the finals and win that thing. But I didn't think about this. So you actually had to play NIP twice because you beat him the first time around, and I think that was actually the worst thing that could have happened to you because they got to the finals. Because I feel like if you're gonna play a team twice, you're not gonna beat them twice. I just think that's every tournament. That's like the rule of thumb. So like
Plus, we know that Nico and Juke own gentlemates.
it's true. You own mates. Like Seiko was like shaking. If he won that, he would have been like I don't know. He may have forfeited. But
I was hoping for a draw to mates, and then they disappointed me. But
yeah.
it's what it
So
is.
what do you like? How do you were you game planning for both teams, and like how do you game plan for a team you've already beaten? I guess is what I'm trying to ask.
I mean, to be honest, we didn't really game plan too much because I mean we all kind of knew we've never made it so far, so we were all a bit shaky, obviously.
Mm.
So we made a deal with the team that, like, in the warm up stream and the game against Tempo and HB, the semifinal, we wouldn't look at Twitch, we wouldn't look at anything, so we wouldn't know who we were gonna play. And then we obviously beat Tempo and those guys, and then we get in the game, and they were like, "Okay, guys, we beat them before, we can do it again. If we play our game, we're better." But I'm not sure what happened. It might have been because it was the first time in the grand final and stuff. But I remember like halfway into the first game, I just started sweating. Just started sweating, and the temperature in the room was the same from last series and everything like that. We had AC, so we were chilling. Um, but yeah, I just started sweating, and I mean, we all kind of started fumbling a bit. I can't lie. So maybe it would have been good if we did like some preparation. After or before every series, we turn around, close our eyes, and manifest. That helped us a lot. But unfortunately, it didn't do its thing in the final, which is sad because I'm not gonna lie, I would have loved playing in Worlds, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean that's a pretty fair thing to want to do. To be fair, yeah, I mean, I felt like watching it. You guys got off to a great start in that first game, and it just felt like there was a certain point where you're riding this adrenaline high, like you said, you've never been this far in a tournament, in an RLCS tournament, and then it's like as soon as, like you said, that adrenaline wears off, it starts to be like, oh my god, we've been playing Rocket League for like so long, like, and obviously on the other side is the world champion Oski, who's like the guy's been in RLCS for 4 years now, the best player of all time, Nas. So yeah, I mean, I can understand it. And so when you're down, when that NIP series is happening, and like you said, you're it's more pressure than you've ever been. That adrenaline's starting to wear off. Did you guys have anything you tried to do to like counteract that, or was it just like we just got to fight through, we just got to keep fighting?
Yeah, I mean, I remember. I'm pretty sure it was like the after the third game. I think we did a timeout. Maybe it was after the second game. I'm not sure. But I mean, I remember I stood up, tried to walk around, like get some air because I was sweating and nervous and stuff. And the other guys were kind of like closing their eyes, taking some deep breaths and stuff. And it did work a bit because remember we got one game.
Mm.
Um, but I mean, I don't think it did enough. I think it did help, but we were kind of already in the shambles, so it was kind of hard to recover from that. But yeah, besides that, I mean, we tried everything we had and everything we did before the other series. Also, the series earlier against Nip, we did the same thing. But I don't know. I think it wasn't enough to take over the nerves this time, unfortunately.
I don't think it was the nerves
What's
at
it?
all. I thought it was job security reduction stepping in, man.
Yeah, I
What a
was gonna ask.
series.
What's
Yeah,
it
he was
like?
peaking too.
What's it like playing him? Because for me, when I watch him, it's a little different watching a peak in Radosin compared to a peaking anybody else because he doesn't peak in like a normal person way. He's just like hard cutting everything. And like when you get a guy like that who's just like so unpredictable, it feels like he's like literally hitting like random buttons and it's just working. What's that experience like compared to like, I mean, how do you prepare for that? I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, what's it like against a Radosin that is like just in like prime Radosin cheese mode? I don't know.
I mean, it's kind of hard to prepare for, but the sad thing is that me and G, we played with Dawson 4 times in LCS, and we only lost 1 time, and that was in the grand final.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
that's
we played
true.
3 times in LCS. But we didn't really prepare. We just played like we always did, and he had a great game, and there's not much to do about it. We didn't really have the best game, and he was kind of owning us. I'm not gonna lie.
It
He
looks
got revenge from all the other games.
infuriating. It looks
Yeah, it
infuriating to
is.
have to play him at that level.
It is because I mean the goals he's scoring aren't the best, but they're just so smart and different and counter how we play. So it is kind of tilting, but in that scenario, we just kind of have to keep our head cold and try to do our best.
Yeah, watching it back, I remember thinking like, man, I cannot believe we let this fool like play with like peaking Zen because I cannot imagine how tilting it would be if you got like God in a Fennec doing all that stuff, and then you got Radosin. You have to pay attention to like this wacky idiot over here, and then you got Zen over there, like best player of all time probably at that point in his career. it made sense. I reminded me why that team was unplayable for sure. So I was like, this looks like just a nightmare
Yeah.
to even
Yeah.
deal with on its own, dude.
Yeah. That was a great run though. Like it was very fun to watch.
Thank you.
And I actually got to watch it, unlike the Shopify run, which is my team, and I didn't even get to see it. So that was kind of
Yeah, they were peaking too in that
they were looking
OCQ.
good. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if there is a
2-piece.
Peace is next, man.
Yeah.
People make fun of me for it, but he's next, man. Trust.
Will's been saying 2 pieces next literally since I was in university, dude.
I mean, he did play kind of amazing in the OCQ. To be
He
fair.
was really good. But
No, he's a beast, dude.
if you have a Redos led team like looking to make land in like the last possible second, it's just gonna happen. You have to make that team.
Devil magic, man. Yeah, dude.
Do you have anything else, Mike?
Yeah, so I guess going into next year, I just want to hear like the Nico mentality because obviously being the new kid on the block, grinding those twos, getting super high in twos, having good results, getting an org for the first, or I guess a bigger org for the first time. Was Daystar an org or was it just a team?
No, Daystar's an org. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so getting a big tier 1, tier 2 org for the first time is a huge step. What do you have any? I mean, it's season just ended, so if you have no idea, then just say it. But do you have any specific goals for next year? Like, are you looking at making a regional final? Are you looking at winning a regional, making land? Like, if you like you said, close your eyes and manifest. Where we're sitting here 1 year from now. What do you want? What would you consider a successful season if we were chatting 1 year from now?
Successful season is definitely getting on a good org, getting a good team, staying with BDS, and keep cooking with Miss and Duke. I would love that too because at the end of this season, we really started clicking in scrims and everything. But if I see myself in like 1 year, I want to be winning regionals. I want to be in majors. I want to be considered, or like I want to be known as the guy who could win at least, and I would try my best to win, obviously. But I mean, top fours in majors would be nice, and then maybe winning a major would be cool too. Winning a worlds. I just want to go to all the tournaments, get some experience at lands and stuff like that, and then obviously try and win. But yeah,
Nice.
just getting majors and EWC and worlds and stuff like that. That's the dream for now, at least.
Well, speaking of lands, I guess this is my last question. I can wrap up. So obviously the Esports Nations Cup has just been announced, and we also have the FIFA E World Cup. Are we going to be seeing a Danish team rocking up to one of these events? I know that the football associations have to sign off on it, so that could be an issue. But I don't know how it's going to work with the Nations Cup. If we do have Rocket League at the Nations Cup, if the Danish Football Association is down, is Nico rocking up in the Danish jersey? Holland behind you, maybe. Not Holland. Hoyland. My bad. Hoyland behind
yeah.
you. You probably have more goals than Hoyland this year. But still, Hoyland behind you. My boy Dorgu from United behind you. What are we thinking? What are we thinking for the Danish team? Who are you bringing on?
No, I mean, I hope we can get on. But if I get on, I'm definitely bringing HB and Tempo. They're my two Danish goats. And I do honestly think we could do some damage. I mean, Tempo is one of the most mechanical players I play with. HB is very smart. Helps as a good third man, I think, too. Doing some good passes. Really good at shooting as well. But
Yeah.
I mean, the FIFA E is coming up now, and I mean, I don't know much, but all I know is that we're gonna get answers in probably a few days if we're going or not, or if it's even a possibility.
That tournament
Nice.
might be
So we'll see
canceled at
what
this
happens.
point, man. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
No,
all the good teams are not even going, so
yeah.
Yeah.
US
I
might not even
mean,
go. Which is crazy.
well,
Who?
they barely showed up the last year.
That's true. Yeah, we sent our C team and lost to Chile.
What?
But
The USA or?
yeah, USA might not go.
Oh, damn. Okay,
So
crazy.
maybe I don't think that's confirmed. But yeah, I don't know. What I think the Nations Cup will be different because I don't think it'll be federation based. So I think
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
that'll
too.
be the year. But yeah, no, I think I'm on board with that roster. I think Tempo actually is a really good player. Wild legend, one of the many tenured players from
Edgeby's a
Wild.
stud, dude. I've always been a fan of Edgeby. He's
Yeah.
he's really good. Team with my goat Growly, who is going to be on the podcast in a little bit. Well, anyway, Will, if you don't have any more questions,
I do have one last
Nico.
one,
Oh,
actually. I don't know if I can bring this up, but I'm going to, so I'm going to ask.
Go
Is there beef with Oski still, or are you guys good? You had a little
I
bit of a
mean,
Twitter run-in, and obviously you had to play him twice. So I'm just curious.
no, I mean, I'm good with him, and
Okay.
I mean, I did when he beat us, I congratulated him on Twitter because I didn't want to have unnecessary beef,
Right.
and he answered, and he was nice, and I've been playing him a bit in twos, and I mean, nothing's happened yet. So,
Okay.
um, and honestly, I mean, I don't really mind people quick chatting and stuff, but I mean, just because I'm a new player, I'm not gonna sit there and take it just so I can get a tryout, you know.
Right.
So yeah, but
love
I'm good
that.
if he's good, honestly.
Nice. There you go.
Well, Nico, thank you so much for joining us. It's been awesome having you. Super excited to keep watching you grow in the scene, becoming a real power in Europe. And here's to more and more finals.
Thanks, guys.